The House will come to order. For what purposes, the gentleman from Arkansas, Mr. Crawford Rice?
Request unanimous consent to speak out of order.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm honored to be joined here by my colleagues from Arkansas, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Alabama, and the states that have been impacted by the devastating storms that occurred earlier this week. While we had hoped that the entire Mississippi and Arkansas delegations could join us, Representatives Greg Harper and Alan Nunnally from Mississippi and Representative Tim Griffin from Arkansas are back home today, coordinating with federal, state, and local officials who are organizing disaster assistance efforts. Tomorrow, Representative Griffin will be touring the devastation in Arkansas's 2nd District with Secretary Johnson from the Department of Homeland Security. All these delegations have spent hours keeping close contact with one another and with officials in Arkansas, in particular regarding the tornado that ripped through Valonia, Mayflower, El Paso, and Perrin, leaving a path of destruction in central Arkansas, and the same is true for the other affected states. The destruction we've witnessed is heartbreaking, and our prayers go out to those affected by all these devastating storms, especially those who lost loved ones. Our delegations would like to thank the first responders, volunteers, and neighboring communities for all of their assistance, donations, prayers, and tireless efforts during this difficult time. Their hard work and dedication has saved lives. We also urge those who can to continue to help in any way they can to assist in the recovery and rebuilding of neighborhoods and communities that were impacted by these storms. We also honor and remember those we lost, and Representative Griffin asked that I share a story of one of his constituents, U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Daniel Wassam, who served...
The gentleman will suspend. The House is not in order. The gentleman can continue.
U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Daniel Wassam, who served as loadmaster instructor with the 189th Airlift Wing at Little Rock Air Force Base. Master Sergeant Wassam lived in Valonia, Arkansas with his wife Suzanne and his 2 young daughters. According to reports, Master Sergeant Wassam sacrificed his own life to shield his 5-year-old daughter from falling debris. His example of selflessness and bravery during this disaster is one all Americans and Arkansans can admire. I now ask for a moment of silent prayer to honor all the victims of those recent tragic events. Thank you. Yield back.